Hey guys, so today I'm going to be sharing with you all how to fold and pack some different clothing options. Granted, this is not a typical packing list. Many of these options are heavy and thick and chunky and not at all what I would pack together in a carry-on luggage, but for demonstration purposes, these are the items I'm using. When it comes to a dressy long sleeve shirt, make sure all the buttons are buttoned, and I would recommend folding like a store would. I work in retail, so I can actually do this without being on the floor, and it actually looks better. But for those that don't, this is kind of how you do it. You fold in both sides, as well as the arms, into the shirt, and then you're going to fold halfway down. In order to pack it better, I would fold it over once more. Granted, there are a bunch of different ways you can pack items. You can roll them, you can just stuff them in your luggage. These are just ways that I think works best for these articles of clothing. If you don't like it, pack however you feel is best for you. When it comes to large chunky items like this sweatshirt, I would fold it the same way you did the dress shirt. However, to be completely honest with you, if you're going to be bringing big chunky items, it's just much easier to wear them onto the plane. When it comes to basics that you may not mind getting a little wrinkly, I would recommend rolling. And to do that, simply fold 2 or 3 inches from the bottom onto the article of clothing, and then fold in the sides and roll tightly. Once you get to the bottom, simply untuck the folded part onto the rolled garment. As a side note, if you do get wrinkly clothes, an easy way to take out the wrinkles is to throw your clothes in the bathroom with you when you're taking a hot and steamy shower. When it comes to things like jeans, I prefer to fold them. I really don't think it saves you any space to roll them. Now, this shirt is pretty good at not wrinkling, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to roll a long sleeve. So you're going to start off the same way by tucking several inches from the bottom up, and then when it comes to the long sleeves, I like to fold them in half so they don't stick out on the bottom. And once again, you do the same thing. You fold in the sides, roll, untuck the bottom, and you're done. Just for demonstration purposes, I did do 2 jeans in this video to show you guys how it all kind of fits into the suitcase. So, one's a male pair and one's a female pair. Now we're on to a long cardigan, and let me show you how I fold this. First off, fold that bad boy in half and lay it flat. Then fold down the arms and fold in half. And you can keep halving the article until you have your desired size. Up next is a pretty standard dress, and I simply fold this just like the dress shirt and then just have it so it's not a long piece. Later in the video, I will show you how to fold a more asymmetrical dress that flares at the bottom. When it comes to sweaters, I think that the folding technique that I've shown you throughout the video is still the best way to go, but of course you can roll it or simply wear it on the plane or stuff it in a bag, whichever works for you. When it comes to tank tops or strapless shirts, simply fold them in half and then half them all the way down to the bottom. This one has a flared bottom, so I actually folded it over horizontally as well. With this basic tee, I am going to go ahead and roll it as well. So simply tuck in the bottom, fold in the sides, tightly roll up, unfold, and you're done. When it comes to boxer briefs, I do think that rolling them is best, and this way they actually stay secure and don't unroll. And it's the same concept as everything else. Simply fold down a few inches, fold in the sides, roll, and then unfold the front. When it comes to panties, I do think you can either fold them or roll them. I think it kind of depends on the fabric. So this is how you roll them, same concept as everything else. And when it comes to folding, simply fold the panties in half, up and over. When it comes to socks, I also think you can either fold them or roll them. When you're folding them, simply fold them in half and then use the outer sock to secure the two together. When you roll them, you don't need to tuck anything down, simply roll them all the way up and use the outer sock to roll over top. When it comes to asymmetrical things like this dress, I would recommend folding down the top so you're working with one shape instead of 2, and then simply play around with folding the article inwards. You can do 3 sections, you can do 4 sections, so here you can see I went back and refolded to make it into a square. Now, earlier I recommended folding chunky things like sweaters and jackets, but when it comes to extra bulky things like this puffer jacket, I do recommend you either wear it on the plane or use a space saver bag to compress it down. And honestly, I don't think there's really a best way of folding this because it's so large, so really just fold it into a way that can go into the bag. And I'll leave a link down below to the bags I'm using. They're actually pretty convenient because they don't require you to suck out the air, you can just smush it out of them. So these are all the clothes I'm going to be working with, and I'm going to show you 2 ways of how to pack them. So this is option 1. You can throw down your large chunky item first and then fill in the gaps. I would say that this is how most people pack, by just stacking things on top. And it definitely works, but I don't think you're able to adequately see all of the items, so I actually prefer option 2 better. So this is option 2, and in option 2 I would recommend stacking all of your clothes side by side. This has become popular to do in your wardrobe because you're able to see the full inventory of everything that you have and easily pull out what you might need. And it's actually really convenient for your luggage for the exact same reason. And the same goes for rolled items. Instead of laying them flat, simply place them upright. Simply throw your big jacket on top, this way you have access to it without having to dig past all your clothes. And there you have it. Hopefully you found this useful. Don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, bye!